To me, I think Vegas has been the better team. They look dangerous as a whole. I like their whole lineup. I love their goaltending. Man, they look good. They look good. As a Montreal fan, this is crazy to say, but I think I would prefer to play Colorado. The way I watch Vegas play. Man, I could see Max Pacioretty just running wild on the boys against his old team. Like they look good. They look real good. So I think Vegas is going to end up winning that series. I think they close it out next game, but Derrick might have a different opinion on that one.
No, I've been saying it all along. Colorado was lucky to win game 2. This series could be over already. Vegas is just bullying them right now.
Yeah.
Like if you see here, there's no one running away with them. It's goals by committee here.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And look at the minutes, Stone's playing 20, he plays everything, but everything else is pretty spaced out.
Just their first pairings at 23 minutes, Theodore and Pietrangelo. So
yeah,
they're rolling 4 lines is what they're doing. Same as Montreal.
Shea Theodore on the second pairing, and then they got that young kid Zach Whitecloud who's looked outstanding. So
look at this. Let's take a look at the lineup here.
Yeah, like Kolasar hasn't looked bad, and I like Alex Tuck. That Marchessault line is really starting to fire.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dangerous lineup. And great, like you said, Dale, great goaltending in net, Fleury and Leonard. I just want to ask, because we were like a week ago, I think all of us, like even the whole hockey world was like, why did they play Leonard game 1? And then we kind of said like, oh, they must be resting Fleury, kind of knowing that they're set up for failure game 1 after playing a game 7, traveling, and then playing Vegas. But now they look like geniuses. You let Leonard, Leonard's probably not pumped about it, but he gets peppered. First game, they lose, and then Vegas puts Fleury back in and starts going.
And here we go. So I think those are two like bona fide number 1 goaltenders. So it's not even you go up against the Vegas Knights, and you're worried about maybe we can chase their first goaltender. It's just not going to happen. You got 2 great goaltenders. That defense is incredible too. Shea Theodore is like his coming out party last playoffs. What was incredible. I thought he was insane, and he's only gotten better this year. Like he's a treat to watch.
This is a Vegas team that's been to the final before. A lot of them are still there. So
yeah.
they've and aside from that San Jose debacle, they get through that series, they could have went again.
They probably would have.
This is a good team.
Yeah,
and they brought in Cup experience with Alex Pietrangelo this year too, like a leader, ex-captain of a Stanley Cup champion team. So now they got a guy that's been there. Fleury's done it 2 or 3 times. So it's just Vegas they scare me, honestly. And I've been the biggest Habs positive guy there's been
for sure. So let's finish up with Montreal here. Let's let's talk about their lineup. Same lineup going into game 1, regardless of who we play.
What's the story on Evans though? Because now you get that week off, depending how the concussion was.
Here's the thing. So he's had a couple serious ones in the last couple years. Like last year, Pittsburgh. Like it wasn't much of a hit, but he was kind of knocked out, and he had a bad one, I believe, in Laval the year before. He's had some bad ones now. So every concussion protocol is the same, but now that you've had this many serious ones, do you take a little more time? Obviously, the guy wants to come back into the playoffs. Yeah. Like, again, we touched on it. Like, you don't know how many times you get opportunities like this, but he comes back in. Who's coming out?
I'm not going to say Stahl again. That's for sure.
You can't. That line was so effective. They were so effective that. And even more so, I think,
been effective in his role too.
Lecky was good. I don't think you take him out for Jakey to come play on that line.
No, not this early.
Not when he's played that well. He scored the last 2 games.
I know.
And the line looked good. They looked really effective with the 3 of them. They were skating well. Phil was flying up the middle. Galley, I think, is going to be better this series. I don't think you take Lecky out.
No, I don't think you change anything with the forward lineup. Not the way they're playing. I mean, Lehkonen does exactly what Evans did. I think Evans got a little bit more speed, but Lecky's scoring. He's doing the PK. I know they might want Evans in just for the face-off
Face-offs,
component of it, but I don't know who would come out, honestly. And you're not going to take
13 forwards, 5D.
So they're basically using 4D anyways. That's my question mark, though, is if Beautiful Man's ready to go game 1.
I think Beautiful Man's going to play. I think he's going to be in game 1. I think he gets the 3-finger glove and he plays.
That's what I was saying. Yeah,
I mentioned it on the post game show in game 4 that I did my pinky. I mean, it's still kind of mangled. It's like doesn't really bend and stuff, but
that looks normal to me.
I just had the 3-finger glove and it honestly felt normal. Like it really didn't affect you. Obviously, if you get slashed a little bit, like it hurts, but I would fully expect a Beautiful Man to be up there looking beautiful for.
So you got Romy coming out because Gustafsson, right? The power play, that goal.
Yeah, I think Romy comes out, but you can bring him in at any situation by the way he played. I think
he didn't have one shot against when he was out there. Like his Corsi or whatever his fucking stat they count it. Yeah, not one shot against.
I honestly think you might keep him in against Vegas.
Really?
Just he's faster.
As opposed to
forwards are
taking out. What about your power play? Though?
I just think that
against a really good defensive team, I don't know how much you're going to score.
Gus is rolling too. That unit's the one that's scoring. It's not the Weber one. It's Gus, Suzuki, Caulfield, Toffoli, Perry.
You saw him get exposed on a few times against the Jets, and I think Vegas is 10 times the team they are. So you might get, an unruly surprise come game 1 when you're like, uh-oh.
Whoa.
And then what if you play him 5 minutes and then he sits on the bench the rest of the way?
Yeah, you can't. I don't think you can have that. I don't think they. I mean, I know you have the rest now, but I don't think you can continue to play 4 defensemen that way.
No, not the way they're going. Especially now, Beautiful Man is like he's banged up, so that's like confirmed he's banged up. So he's not 100%. And then with how fast they are, and one person actually, I'm gonna say something good about it before is how great Weber's been these playoffs. But then with the speed of Vegas too, with him playing that many minutes, that might catch up to him because these semifinal rounds, it's not going to be 4 or 5 games. It's going to be 6 or 7, I think. These are the best teams in the league, like trying to get to the Stanley Cup final. So I don't know. The decor, I think it's Romy that comes out just because I think I saw something that was like 31% power play since Gustafsson's been in the lineup. So,
I think it can change very quickly, though. I think it can change quickly, like you just said, Derek. I think Romy can come in and play more substantial minutes than Gus, which I think, like Brando just said, you're going to need more guys. You can't continue to play those minutes if you're going to go 5, 6, 7 games in the series against these kind of teams.
Yeah, and they're heavy. They hit everything.
Yeah.
The
Revo, the freight
train. Him and Perry will have a good go at it.